Okay, we're up here on the roof above Fbug. We are looking at these two AC units that could possibly be causing part of our problem. We do have this AC unit, you'll notice, has a big puddle of water that's been running out, looks like for a while now. So that's not our job, but it's just something to note. This AC unit over here is the one that seemed to be tripped today. When I came up here earlier, I found this duct tape up here. Not a permanent fix, but it'll fly for you know, a day or two. But it's going to dry up and be pretty useless real quick. I didn't notice anything wrong with this one, however, but this one was the one that was tripped. So if there is water getting in here, probably need to fix that. However, my main point of concern was this AC unit right here. Normally when I shut these off, they go through about, after you turn them back on, at the disconnect with the handle here, they go through about a 3-minute period where they will go into a timeout period before they turn the fan and the compressor back on. This one took about 15 minutes to turn back on. It kept trying to turn on, but it didn't want to. Couple reasons why I think. The first thing that I noticed is just right down in here. I wanted to open up this control board because these lights in here, you can see that little blinking light. I don't actually think that's the light I'm looking for. Underneath it, after you shut it off, there's a red blinking light that is not blinking anymore, so you can't see it. But underneath it, after you shut it off, there's a red blinking light that'll tell you what status it's in. When I took it off, however, the first thing I noticed, I'm not going to stick my finger in there because there's some electrical in there, but there's all the water that's down in here. I don't know if you can see that. That's mud. Got mud on my finger right there. There's just a bunch of water down in here, and I don't know if that was, I don't think it's from the rain. I think it's from those coils might have froze up or something. I'm not sure. But there is a decent amount of wetness down there, even on top of this little alarm and everything. So that was my first concern. My other concern, I'm going to shut this down again. My other concern with this unit was that I opened it up. Here, I'm going to make sure this is off real quick. 1 second. There, it should be off. My gloves. I opened it up and found this loose. This middle one here, this middle fuse, looks like it had been replaced recently, seeing as how it's not the same manufacturer as the other fuses. But when I got here, this was sitting loose like this. It wasn't all the way back in there like the other ones. You could grab the fuse and move it. At the moment, I've got it back in there as good as I can. And I did close up the jaws on it a little bit to make sure that hopefully it'll hold that fuse nice and tight. But that being loose will cause many, many problems. So that probably needs to be addressed. That problem fixed. It's okay for now, but the vibrations in here are just going to loosen it quite a bit more. So these other two, I did check these other two, and they're okay. But yeah, that's cause for concern. That needs to be addressed. So, yep, there's the two issues I found. I did find some overheating down in the contact block downstairs. At this point, it could be a combination of these issues I found up here and the heating in the contact block downstairs. If the contact block continues to heat up, I did tighten up. See there, it's trying. We'll see if it starts on the first time this time. Okay, see the solid red light there, right in the middle there? That tells me that there's an issue. If we go up here, you'll notice that it says on steady control failure, replace control. Now, last time it did this a few minutes ago. I let it sit for a little bit and it eventually kicked on. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to hang out for a few minutes and make sure it does turn on. But yeah, at this point it could be a combination of any of these things. It could be just one of them. But this definitely needs to be addressed by the AC company. Whatever's causing all of this water, whatever's causing that water to be down on the bottom of there. And the bottom fuse, the load side fuse block inside this disconnect needs to be replaced, at least on that center section, if not all the way across. I'm sure somebody could come in and temp it in there, but it needs to be done right. Now, what I was saying earlier, if the knife block, I can kind of give you a decent idea of what's going on downstairs. It's not this type of disconnect, but this disconnect is off, so we can't open it up and take a look at it. There's no power to this one, but where these knives right here, downstairs it's a pull block, so you actually pull it and the knife stabs straight in, instead of like in this application, you'll see that they close into it. If it were on, that would have made contact and given it power. But downstairs, the knife block for these terminals here, the spade receivers, they're called, look like they might be a little bit loose. I did tighten up the lugs, which would be equivalent to this that screw terminal there. Down there, they're much bigger and much heavier. I did tighten those up. Basically what we ran into is the first wire downstairs, not on this, but since we're using this as a diagram, the first wire was about 130 degrees, 140 degrees Fahrenheit at the terminal connection. The second wire, about the same, 130, 140. And the last wire, the blue wire, was about 250 degrees. Last I checked, it got upwards of 280 degrees. So that tells me there is an issue there. Whether it is the lug that we tightened up, I was able to tighten up that lug a little bit, or whether it's the spade receivers. There's not the knives here, but the jaw receivers that those knives clip into, in theory, downstairs. Those spade receivers could be loose. If that's the case, the only real solution is to replace the entire block, and it's not cheap. So especially at this time of night, you can see it's getting late. So we're about to get down off the roof. But yeah, that's what we found, and that's kind of what we're working with downstairs. So just wanted to give you guys an idea. Thank you.